Hey, this is Danny, and I'm gonna break down the race for you. What's up, guys? Cross-country racing, emotions. This was so great race. Now, watch out for this one. When you are passing many riders in the pack, watch out for all kinds of stuff that can stick out from the ground, because you can crash, and others can crash. This is Szczecin, 2018, Poland. This is northern part of Poland, very close to German borders, and so we have also some German riders. Welcome you all, guys. It's been nice racing with you. 6 laps, 4 kilometers per lap, and we have about 2 kilometers of climbing. Really nice cross-country race. I'm gonna break down mostly the first lap. As you can see, I'm chasing down now the riders ahead of me. I wouldn't say the top riders, because I got 14th and the top 10 was out of the reach. I couldn't even see them, so they just escaped here, and that was it. But the ride was pretty good, and I was doing pretty well technically. I'm gonna mainly focus on one rider who's been trying to overtake me so many times. Like here, I'm now chasing him down. On each descent, he would lose about 3 to 10 seconds to me. So remember, if you are racing cross-country, do some technique drills. This is the rider. He's been trying to fight with me on every uphill, but that also could be his technique, his tactics, because if he knew I was going to be faster on the descent, he would like to be first, so that I won't be able to pass him on some single tracks, which is pretty clever. I'm not sure he knew me, but it seems from his tactics he was really pushing it. Couple of tips as always. I wanted to say as always, vegan cyclist. VC, cheers. A couple of tips for you as always. How to race, how not to race in mountain biking. Well, mountain biking cross-country is not only physical event, it's also very, very technical. And remember, the harder you push on the climb, let's say, the more difficult it will be for you to be smooth and fast on the descent. This is another descent, and I'm always chasing this rider ahead of me down, every time a couple of seconds. So you see this, we had like 5 really tight corners through each lap, at least 5. 6 laps, that means 30 corners, and if you lose just 3 seconds on each corner, that's a lot of time. So now this was pretty long stretch of like a fire road or so in the forest, and now I'm chasing him down. I see somebody's also chasing me. The guy is sitting just on my rear wheel. I can hear my disc rudder rubbing. That's weird. It must have been the quick releases, maybe too much tension, or maybe hard braking. I'm gonna check it. So this guy now in front of me is pretty slow, and I know there will be a technical descent, so I decided to overtake him. But his tactic was not to let me go in front of him, so he's pushing it right away. But fortunately, the descent is not a single track. So I will be able to do my job and just see how important it is not to be too tired at the top, and how much time you can make up. Just look at this. So a lot of corners here, a lot of roots here. If you hit the root from the bad angle, you crash. It was also pretty steep. You can see the guy there, he didn't make it on his side. This is once more the same descent from my rear camera. You can see how many seconds these riders lose. That's a lot, and we have to go 6 times through this descent. So guys, go out and do mountain biking, not only turbo trainer, not only road cycling, because I know mountain bikers train on the road. I do as well. but do some technique drills. We're gonna do more on the channel for sure. Then switchbacks, we go down, then the switchbacks, so we basically go just 180 degrees and back, and then the climbing was really brutal, very steep. I was riding the testing bike. This is the Rosa Solo. I call him Jedi. It's like almost like a Han Solo. The 13 kilos bike does pretty well. The test will be released pretty soon. I'm trying to push it to the limits and make a lot of kilometers on it, so that I'll be able to tell you a lot about so-called budget racing cross-country hardtail. I think we can call it like that. Climbs. I do like climbing, but for the last 14 days I haven't been sleeping very well. I wasn't recovered here, but I still felt well. You see, the guy at the top of the mountain, at the climb, he's always trying to overtake me, trying to be just ahead of me on the descent. Good move, because here he would have lost another a couple of seconds. I thought about overtaking him here from the right, but that would be dangerous for him. So I said, no, I'm gonna just sit at the back. But now we have another switchback, maybe 170 degrees corner. You see? A couple of seconds lost again. So technique is super important. Another thing is that it will be very difficult for you to focus on the descent if you're on the red, because of some really hard push or just attack on the climb. Of course, we need to learn what Nino Schurter does very, very well, and that means recovering on the technical descents, right? So we need to do some drills when we, for example, do push-ups, whatever, some really hard exercises, and then go down the hill, because our body needs to relax here. You see, these corners, I'm trying to be as smooth as possible, because on each I can have just, let's say, half a second, but there's so many corners here. Then we go steep, it's not a drop, but steep kind of a drop, and after that there will be a left hand side corner, and then a real drop, really nice one. I'm just getting there. It's very close to the finish line right now, but we are finishing the first lap. Okay, and the drop is here. You can't see where you are going to land. So that was it. It was interesting. This is the rear camera view. Boom. You go down, not through the stairs, and then you go to the corner, trying to be as low as possible, and just keep up your speed, your momentum. You can see the finish line here. Number 1 is done right now. The first lap was shorter because of not going all the pack, not letting us go to this descent here, because we were just too many from the beginning. So we started from the climb. Now we have this descent, and what I was trying to do was to do all these corners as smooth as possible. There were still some guys ahead of me, like maybe 20 seconds. There were some guys in front of me, but the last fight will be actually on this second lap, another corner. These were crucial. I'm riding Schwalbe Racing Ralphs. These were doing very well. These are not made for mud. It was quite muddy in some places, but overall good tires for this. Okay, I'm being overtaken. This guy in blue and orange is attacking me. I'm not accelerating. I'm just going. I'm dancing my dance. So as you can see, he's just making up the time. He'll be like maybe 15 seconds ahead of me. And there's another guy behind me that is trying to make it. And you will see we meet, fortunately for me, we meet all on the technical descent. You will see what will happen there. But so far I'm still staying focused. I'm just telling to myself in my mind, this is my pace, I'm doing well, this is a technical course, I wasn't top 10. I knew I wasn't top 10. I was 15th, I think, at the moment. Yeah, right now I was because I finished 14th. I think I was 15th. We'll see what will happen then on that technical descent and then the climb. But guys, this is so crucial. And now, okay, I thought this is going to be descent and then the left-hand side corner. It was the right one and up. You lose a lot of seconds here, but what you can lose here is the chain. That's because I thought I was still going to go down. It was the uphill, and then when you push it through the cranks and you change the gears, you can break the chain. This is very, very dangerous for your chain. So make sure you memorize all these corners. I only did this lap 3 times just before the race. I didn't know the course. Okay, I thought this was this one. That one before was this one here. But with each lap here, I'm getting faster because I do like a half of a lap, just half of that climb, just with the speed. Another rider caught me, so I have 2 riders ahead of me, and we are getting close to the technical descent. So let's go down. You can see the rider, he's like he's keeping the distance ahead of me, but then he will hit the corner on the higher speed and he will be very slow going out of the corner. And you see I'm going just around and I almost have him, so pretty good. Now we are climbing. I think some of these guys both will run. This is not only steep, this is also rooty one. You can see some roots. You have to focus. You have to be 100% sure which line you take and where your wheels are gonna go. You're gonna see the rider ahead of me. He will jump back on the bike. Yes. And he's just trying to escape, not really focusing on what's happening here. You saw it on the intro. He's pushing it. The guy behind of me is pushing it. We are just fighting for the 14th place. We were like 70 riders there, so pretty good one. And what will happen is this. See the roots? Boom. You never push the pedals when going over the roots. Never do it. You see? And now he should like go off the saddle bit and pull the bike instead of pushing the cranks, the pedals, and that's what happened. He stopped me as well, so the other guy was able to overtake us. But now, interesting thing, what's happening here with me, guys? Can you see that? I'm on the right side of the bike, getting to the left side of the bike. Why? Because I never jump on the bike from the right side. That's what I have to learn. So this is my goal for the technique drills. Learn to jump on the saddle, back on the saddle from the right side of the bike, drive side of the bike rather than from the left side. The race here is done. So this guy ahead of me, he will escape. We have one more. I have one more chance to make up some more seconds, but I can see now he's like feeling good on the climbs. He was faster, so he's 13th. I'm 14th. The guy that was overtaking on that climb when he crashed, when he was down, he won't be able to get back on my wheel, and that's it. So this is the second lap, and all the other laps were just it was all set. So I was just trying to have fun, keep my focus on the technical terrain, think about how do I feel on the climbs, on the steep climb, on the faster climb, not that steep, so that I know what should I be working on. But the race was very, very exciting. I really loved the race. Last drop and straight to the corner. Stay low on the bike. Stay low on the bike. Lean the bike. Don't lean your body, lean the bike. Amazing race. Guys, thank you so much for being with me. Join my patrons and you're gonna get additional stuff. And also, See you on our Facebook group. Bye bye.